Hey guys, it's Lisa back with another video for you for Lisa Wise Designs, and today we're going to be making this really cute Christmas card where you can send the gift of cash, because cash is king, right? Especially for the next generation when you ask them, hey, what do you want for Christmas? So we're going to be making this, but I wanted to show you that I have a huge sale right now in my Etsy shop. And so my Etsy shop is linked in the description below. I've never had a sale like this before. I hope you guys enjoy it. The code is BF 2021, so that stands for Black Friday. So all you got to put in is BF 2021 when it asks for the coupon code. And my shop is 50% off on all tutorials. It's 50% off the whole shop. So if you wanted to get one of the kits this year, I've got less than 20 kits left. Let me show you that. There's 2 kits that are still in the shop. This one is the countdown to Christmas. As I'm filming this, it's 36 days till Christmas. So you'll make these blocks back and front. You get all the supplies you need to make it. You just need your tools. And then you will make this folio that has glassine bags in it that pull out. So if you love kits, now is the time to jump on this and pick this up. It will be $20, I believe, like $19.99, 50% off. That's pretty amazing. So it's basically less than what I purchased the supplies for. And then the second one, I believe this one's gonna be $18. This comes with the box. You make the little shipping box. This is a travel theme. It says, are we there yet? And then you make 3 elements in here. So you make the glassine bag, you make the elements inside. All these videos are already on my YouTube channel from this year, and then you make this folder. So for $18, like I said, this is way less than even I can buy the supplies for wholesale. So there's less than 20 of each of these. I wanted to give these to you guys as a thank you for this year. You have been so nice and so helpful to me to support me in my small business. This one just keeps going, and then has some pullouts here. And, whoop. Nope, I didn't even do it right. Hold on. I know how to do it. Here we go. All right. Let's get on with our card. Like I said, the coupon code and the link to my Etsy shop will be in the description below. So I taught at an event this year, and we'll zoom in just a little bit. For May May Made It, it was the Christmas Craft Acropolis, and this is one of the things that we made, and people loved this card, and I need to make a few also. So I thought I would bring you along for the ride. Thought you might enjoy that. So if you were going to make it just like this, what you would need is some brown cardstock, some dark blue, light blue, yellow, some type of pattern paper to make trees out of. You would need the cash you're going to give, or if you just want to make the card, just make another tree. A lot of people did that. Oh, and by the way, don't get the ones with the big face. It's not going to work for this project. And I am using some punches. This is a heart and a star. It's kind of hard to see in the light here. Got a little bit of foam tape. And then I also thought I would mix it up by bringing in some pattern papers on the next one. So I had this left over from last Christmas, and I love this paper. I had some 12 by 12 scraps and some 6 by 6. So I think on the next one, I'm going to use pattern paper so you can see how to make each one here. So here's the card we're going to make. My money, my foam tape. I am going to use this, but I think I'm going to go with the pattern paper. I need my dark blue here. So pattern papers. Don't think I'm going to need that. This is what I think I am going to use. And then to stamp here Merry Christmas, I'm going to use some VersaFine and Onyx Black, a stamp block, and I'm using this stamp set from May May Made It that's called Christmas Insert Wreath. It's either 1 or 2 seasons back, but I love it. I love this Merry Christmas. You can see that one's well loved, so we'll be using that. So let's get started here. Gonna move everything out of the way. I love paper crafting. I just love it. So you can use 6 by 6 papers for this. You can use scraps, and that is exactly what I would do if I were you, is use some scraps. I'm starting with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I'm just going to cut it in half. Since it's 8.5, I need to go 4 1/4. All right, now I've got 2 card bases, but for right now, we're just going to use 1. And then I'm going to score this. Since it's 11, I'm going to score it in the middle at 5.5. Do a light score line here. Okay, and then we'll be done with this. Score that, and so easy peasy, that is our card base. My little bump over there. So there's my background. Sorry for the glare. It's getting dark, y'all, right? It's like at 5 o'clock, it's dark. I have to turn on like 2 lamps just to be able to see in my own room. So next we need this lighter piece of blue here. So this time around, I think I'm going to use this blue snowflake. So let me get a measurement here. We want it to be 4 1/4, the size of our card width, and then we want it to be about 2 inches tall. Okay. So I'm going to cut off a 2-inch strip. All right, and then this over, and then do 4 1/4. This because I want to stamp on this. Wait a minute. I want to stamp right here. So yeah, for 4 1/4 this way. And that way that'll give me a good area to stamp on. Like so. Alright, love that. So I'm just going to open this up so I can work on it a little easier here. So let's see. Here's my VersaFine. So if any of you were able to come out to May May's Christmas open house and you got to do some of the crafts, let me know in the comments below. I only was able to be there Saturday, but I helped teach one of the, we made some tags that day. It was so much fun. It was so good to see lots of people out. All right, so really inking this up here. Then I'm going to go as far over to the right and toward the bottom. All right, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of time for the ink to transfer. I'm not squishing too hard. All right, but I am getting some pressure. Now you can see that says, well, maybe you can't see. I got to stay in my light here, where it says Merry Christmas. Love that. That would be really pretty if I'd have done that in navy also. Okay, move this out of the way. Then I'm going to do some tearing. I'm going to start on the left, kind of toward the bottom, and work my way up here along the end on the top of Merry Christmas, just like what you see here. So I'm going to start about 1/2 inch from the bottom, and then start making my way, making some heels over, but I'm going to make sure I end up with a lot of room here on the right side. So cute. So cute. So, no right or wrong way to tear, just however you want to do it. So on the back, we're going to need a tuck spot here for our tree. So don't put glue along the top. I'm going to put it on my hello glue, on my 2 shorter sides and then along the bottom. I have been doing some crafting, but I've been using a tape mostly because I've been doing some constructing of an album. So I hadn't used my glue in a few days. Doesn't like to get started when you do that. It's kind of like us, right? Once we start sitting around, don't like to get started. There we go. See, that's already different, but just as cute here. Just can't hardly see the Merry Christmas on screen, but I can see it really well. So now let's start working on our trees. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut some trees out of this and this for now. Right. So I'll give you a measurement. I'm going to cut about 3 inches pieces here. Did I get close? Oh, 3 1/4. I was pretty close. All right, just gonna start, like I say, with some scraps. Don't have to be too persnickety about it. I'm gonna make 3 trees. So without thinking about it too much, here's the sample. I think I'm gonna make, yeah, these 2 out of this, and then a smaller one here to break it up, and then my dollar. Okay, so these need to be a little bigger. So I'm just going to cut a triangle, and then I can trim it down if it's too big. Like I say, don't think about it too much. That's way too fat at the bottom, so I'm just going to trim it up. I want to keep some of that red, right? Let's see, just about that. I think it's still a little fat. Let's give it a little haircut here. Yeah, and I think that's going to be perfect. All right, then I'm going to make another one. I might could get it out of this piece right here. Yeah, I think I can. Oh no, it'll be upside down. I'm not going to do that then. Okay, and then let's see, start here, and here. This will be such a fun thing to do with kids. They would love this, I think. Doesn't have to be exact, and they will feel successful at it. Yeah, I like that. This one here, this one over there, and then I'm going to make one a little skinnier out of this. So I'm going to start, I want some green and some red, so I'm going to start here. Go here, not so much here. All right, I want to make sure, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Maybe a little skinnier. See, I said I wasn't going to get too persnickety. Look at me. I don't want to lose my height, but I wanted it to be skinnier. There we go. Like that. Okay. Then we're going to fold our dollar at the end. We need some tree trunks. And then we need to do some stars and hearts. Let me see what I got left here. I think I'm going to do my tree trunks out of this. I think that would be neat. Let's just see what would happen here. So I'm going to cut about 1 3/4 inches. I just need a strip like so. Like I said, this will be very easy to do with scraps. And then I'm just going to cut some tree trunks. I need something that's about anywhere about 1/2 inch, maybe a little skinnier. I'm going to cut the smaller one off here for my little bitty tree. All right. One even a little bit thinner, one a little bit thicker. So you got a few things then to choose from when you're working on this. Okay. All right, I got that. And so then I think I need some contrast for my stars. I could go with yellow, but I really want to stay in this color frame. So I think this will work. I'm just going to try it. All right. Just going to cut me a strip off the top. And all this, like I said, was leftovers from a project from last year. So let's see how this is going to look. Yeah, I think that's going to give me what I'm looking for. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. Oh, look, even that blue on the back is kind of fun. All right, I'm going to cut me some hearts. I love these thumb punches. They're so easy. And then I'm going to go do some stars, and I have some things to choose from. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we can start doing some assembly work here. This will be a good time to ink too, if we were going to ink. So we need to know, kind of leave room here for our dollar. Even if it overlaps, it's fine. But we just want to keep that in mind where our dollar is going to be. So I'm going to grab some Distress ink. I am using Vintage Photo. I just think that's going to kind of help this pop a little bit. Do that here. Let me know if you guys want some more ideas for some easy cards. These, like I said, once you get started, you can easily make this in mass quantity. You don't even have to put the money on it. That's just an idea to give a gift instead of using a gift card. If you're giving cash, you can just make another tree. Like I said, lots of people did that at Craft Crappers. I was trying to think of the word. It didn't want to come to me. And Brenda made the funniest, if you know Brenda's tree. She was sitting behind me as I was teaching, and her trees were about that tall. It was so, so funny. We all got a big laugh about that because she's such an artist. She was like, whatever. I don't think she's like, I don't even care. I don't even be cared. Well, these are fun to try and ink. You can get that all over me. All right, I'm going to use 1 heart and then 3 stars, I think, again. But then I have extra if I need them. All right. Okay, I do like that look. I'm going to do the bottom of this paper. Okay. Next is the fun part. Kids, oh, I cannot wait till my granddaughter is old enough to do this. This is going to be so much fun. So I'm going to kind of lay this out. I want a big one here. I want a skinny one up like this. Then I'm going to put my dollar bill. And then one about right there. Here, and then over, dollar bill. There we go. Doesn't look like much now, but it's going to be so cute. So then I want a fat one here. I want a real skinny one for this tree. And then like a medium size for this one. I think there, yeah, it gives me a little bit of stuff to play around with. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. Now I'm gonna take my foam squares, and you may have long strips, whichever one you want to do. So when I put these down here, I did not use any foam on these trees. I just used it here to be able to take the dollar off and be able to take the heart off. So if you wanted to pop another one up, you can. I think this time I'm going to pop up this tree and leave the other ones where they are. So just going to put it over here. If you decide that to make one of these, I would love to see it. Please share it over on our Facebook group. It is Lisa Wise Designs, and that is also linked below. We love to get inspiration from each other. I think that would be so cool to see the different pattern papers that everyone used. All right, so I'm going to glue down my little trunk here. And since we didn't put glue the top here, we can then just kind of push that underneath. All right, so make sure you get my angle right. So I'm going to turn this just a little bit, push it over. Come on, work with me, glue. There we go, just like so. And then I can trim off any that hangs over the card. But how cute is that already? So adorable. All right, so this one, if I go all the way under, needs to be way up here, like that. But I think that's going to be too long. So yeah, I just need to do it right here. Just like so. No rules, right? Just make it your own. You don't have to worry about messing it up. There are no rules. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. I'm so glad I decided to use some pattern paper on this one just to see what it would look like. And a great way to use up scraps. And you know, usually I tell you, use all the paper that you can on the project because you're not going to come back to it. Well, this is like one of my favorite, it might be the most favorite papers I've ever used because I, really love this vintage look. My whole house is done in farmhouse and that vintagey look, and I just love it so much. So I think that's why it's my favorite. So let's go ahead and do the dollar bill, and then we'll come back and then put the tops on all of the trees. But it's looking adorable so far. So grab your cash. Like I said, use one with a small face on it. And this is going to be very easy. What you're going to do is you're going to fold this right where the circle or the oval kind of ends on the right. Just overlap it just slightly and fold it. Okay. I'm going to give that a pretty good burnish. Do the same thing on the other side. A little smaller here. Try to make sure it's not anything peeking out the bottom here. So I'll tell you, is this about It's about 1 1/8, a little bit shy of 1 1/4 is what I wound up with. So see, we have this sticking out. So on the back, I'm going to fold that little bitty piece back so you don't see it. And I'm going to do the same thing with this until I don't see anything left here and there, until I get that. And just kind of burnish that the best you can. All right. So now what you want to do at the top is you want to fold it in half, whatever you got, and pinch it just so you can find the middle. And that's kind of be where we want to try and fold from the middle down. So it won't be perfect, but it'll be good enough and it'll be cute and it'll get the point across what this is supposed to look like. So I'm just going to work with it a few minutes here and see if I like it. Okay, I'm just going to try the other side. The other side gets a little more difficult, right? Because once you fold it so many times, you got lots of resistance. But I'm going to take a look and see if that gives me a tree at the bottom. Yeah, I like the way it looks at the bottom. So the top, I'm just literally wadding it up just the best I can in the back, just like this, to get somewhat of a point. It's not going to be exact, but somewhat of a point. So you don't even notice this one is not really a point. Now you can see what it looks like. Pretty good. All right. Bring this card back over. I had this honking thing here. Yeah. So this one I'm going to glue straight up. Just like so, straight up, right in the center of those two. All right. And then this is going to be about right there. So I'm going to use the foam tape because you'll be able to take your dollar off and peel this foam tape off. Plus it helps to keep some of this folded together. So this back part that I'm folded, now this will kind of help keep that into place. I'm going to use some thinner strips here for the top. And that'll kind of help this fold stay in place. And it will help us adhere it down to our project. So I'm going to trim off the foam, not trimming the dollar. I don't recommend that at all. Sorry if I'm out of frame. I wanted to zoom in so you could see me better, but then I forget. All right, so this is going to kind of be right here. I am in love with old George. Hey, there was a time in my life when even if I just got a George Washington, I would have been super duper happy. I've been that broke. We all have, I'm sure. So I'm going to put this on the top of this tree. And hey, kids now still love a George. They don't know how little far it goes. I don't think anyway. That is adorable. My granddaddy used to give me silver dollars when I had done something well, like sang in the choir, church choir, or something with the other kids and did good. Ugh. How I would love to see him again and get one of those silver dollars. And had I been able to go back too, I would also save one. It would be nice to have one that he gave me. I'm taking a little bitty piece of foam tape, putting it on the back of the heart. So I use 3 stars and 1 heart to finish this off. And then you can write inside your card or put another sentiment. So now this, like I said, you can just pull that heart off since I'm not gluing it on there. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tutorial. I have enjoyed making it. I think it turned out super cute. And like I said, don't forget that the sale is going on now and it goes through the end of the month. 50% off tutorials and any kits that I have left. So the kits are first come, first served. When those less than 20 are gone, they're gone. They're not going to be restocked. And I will not have any kits until next year. Thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll see you next time.